I'm continuing to make videos on this guitar. I don't know how many I've made so far, but this one is going to be on the Jimmy Page wiring that I did. This is the finished product, and this is actually been rewired by somebody else because I had grounding issue that I could not figure out. So after all the work that I did, I ended up paying somebody to redo it, only to find out that the grounding problem was still there. But I did find out that the whole issue was this transformer that's basically in my backyard. So there's basically nothing I can do about it, and it sucks. But if I play out anywhere else, it doesn't make a difference. But here at my house, it just there's a grounding noise that I have to just deal with. So I'll maybe take a picture of what that box looks like. So yeah, the purpose of these videos is just to help anybody out who might be trying to do the same thing, and if you can avoid mistakes that I made, then good. You just one thing less that you have to deal with. So like I said, the good thing about having it redone is that it looks better. This I'll show a picture of what mine looked like before. It's really sloppy, but after as bad as it looked, it actually worked. Come to find out, and so I had this redone, and it sort of was pointless, but it does look better. Okay, and one other thing to mention about when I got it rewired, well, let me just tell you where I got this stuff. Okay, I got this stuff from it is Jimmy Page Les Paul Super Kit, but it's from Guitar Electronics, and it comes with the push-pull pots, obviously the three-way toggle switch, the jack, where your cord goes in, and then two orange drop capacitors, and the wiring diagram. Excuse me, I'm trying to not take too much time. Yeah, this is the wiring diagram that came with. I did not use this one. Let me show you the one that I did use. I used this guy, Jimmy Page wiring 50 style. This is a guy on Les Paul, mylespaul.com forum. I found this Raz59, I think, is his forum name. I'll try to find out, but the main reason that I did this was the whole 50 style thing is that the capacitors go between the volume and tone pots. There's some diagrams where it's just wired, like it goes from the tone pot back to the back of the tone pot on both pots, if that makes sense. And if you look into this stuff, you'll easily see the various styles. But I went with this one because with the 50 style, you don't lose the high end when you roll off the volume, supposedly. So that's again why I went with this. And like I said, I wired it all up, and I thought maybe it was a faulty wiring diagram. There wasn't a lot of people that I found that had used this with success, so it was kind of a stab in the dark. And so I thought between a shoddy diagram and my shoddy soldering skills, I had just screwed everything up. But come to find out, this does work, and my wiring even worked, but it was this dumb transformer in the back of my house that caused all the issues. Let me show you what came in the kit from what was it again? Guitar Electronics. There you go. So, and this is the prices, so you know how much I spent on this. Okay, so you've already seen the rest. You see $58.95 for all the stuff that I've already mentioned. I added the pointed washers that are these things, the little pointers. I got those, and then I got the mounting collar, which is this nut basically right here for the top, because I had the old Epiphone ghetto one. I say ghetto a lot, sorry about that. Let's see. And then I got the wire. I didn't have any wire to wire it up with, so I got that. I think that's all I've got to mention for right now. Thought of something else really quick. I mentioned this in some other videos I have, but the pickups I have are Seymour Duncan Golden Age humbuckers, not the PAF ones. These are wax potted, and I've aged the nickel covers. Not that you care about that. Okay, yeah. What I want to say is on this diagram, the pickups are Seymour Duncan, as you can see here. But I just wanted to point out that the Stuart McDonald Golden Age are wired with the same colors as Seymour Duncan. So for me, I just follow this exact diagram, and it all functions the same way. if you have different pickups by a different manufacturer like Gibson or whoever else, DiMarzio, they may be different, so that's just something to look out for. Thought of something else. Just to let you know, some of the troubleshooting I tried to take care of my grounding problem. This is an Epiphone guitar originally, and it has still the conductive paint inside of it. So if I plug my guitar up and I had the grounding hum, I could touch this and it would go away, just the paint in there. Or I could touch any of these pots, or I could touch any of the metal on the guitar. I'll try to make a video to demonstrate the problems I'm having and kind of point that out. But anyway, I went to the links of putting aluminum foil all on the inside, just lining this whole cavity, and then I still have the foil on the cover. So you know, I did all that and it still didn't work. But just to let you know that sometimes can work. It might be a possibility if you want to try that. Guess what? Thought of something else. Just want to say real quickly that when I got this rewired, that the guy wired it so that the bridge controls are here and the neck controls are here, which is different than a standard Les Paul setup. And he told me that that's how Jimmy Page did it, so he just thought that's how I wanted it. And so whose fault it is that it wasn't made specific, I don't know. At this point, I'm just sick of messing with it, and I'm thinking, you know, it takes to get something new. It's getting used to something new when you have all these push-pull pots also, you know, because you got all these new options. So that takes getting used to, and so I'm just like, whatever. I've kind of gotten used to it, like it is with these controls like that. And the reason he said that Jimmy Page had it was that, you know, he could control the volume of the bridge right here, you know, just roll off. So I don't know. You know, and I don't know if Jimmy Page had at any point this is a master volume. And, you know, speaking of which, I know Jimmy Page plays with more than one guitar, and I don't even know if he actually uses these this whole setup with the series and parallel and the coil splitting. So I just want to let whoever know, and I'd be interested to get feedback as to whether or not the Jimmy Page wiring is supposed to have it like that. I just thought that it would stay normal where you would have neck and bridge. Wait, yeah, neck and bridge. But anyway, mine are reversed. Yeah, this guy right here is what I think is the culprit for my guitar grounding issues. I'm standing at my back door, so that's how close it is to the house. And I'll just come over here. I don't know exactly what it is. I guess it's just some kind of step down transformer for residential areas, but it's in my backyard and it sucks because it's the only thing I can think of. The only thing left is as to what could be causing the noise. So if you have one of these in your backyard and you're having grounding issues with your guitar equipment, this could be it. Okay, got the guitar straight into the amp, turning it on. Granted, the amp's up pretty loud. Anywhere I touch metal, it stops. Mexican telly. Same thing pretty much. American Strat. Which ironically is the quietest of them all. Not that it should be any quieter than the telly, because they're both single coil. And also I did have the Les Paul in the humbucker mode, but you know, it seems to me that the humbucker should be the quietest. This pickguard is pretty shielded with foil all around it, and the cavities are shielded too. Anyway, so there's that one. It's the quietest of the three. I couldn't really find a great way to demonstrate the noise grounding problem. I did plug into my amp, and you know, obviously the noise is there, but I don't know how to show it without the noise and what causes it, you know, what can be done. So what I'm going to do here is I've just got my computer and I've got AmpliTube open. I'm going to plug into my guitar into the M-Audio Fast Track. I'm not using this Art tube amp, even though it's there. And so what you're going to hear is just the guitar without power, or just using the computer's battery. And then I'm going to plug in the power to the computer, and you can hear a big difference, and you'll even hear this weird popping noise. I know it could possibly be the internals of the computer working with the power somehow, but this is the only demonstration I could come up with. You know, if I could run my tube amps off a battery somehow, then that would probably show it, but that's just not really doable. So this is the only solution I have.
Okay, so we're here at the studio today, and we are trying out we're trying to solve some issues. So, regular old Les Paul, Rapco cable, and trainer amp plugged straight into the wall. These things are not plugged in. This is good power here. This is an isolated ground system. Why are we getting radio signals? We're trying to figure out.
Amplified by my body, no doubt, because when I touch this, it gets louder. It's like your car radio.
Now flip the guitar, like...
Let's see if I stay.
It changes a little bit with the movement. And with the cable, it's louder that way when the cable's like up. Yeah, okay, let's try changing the cable. So as I said, this is a Rapco, just regular old Pro shrink and standard guitar cable. We're going to change it out for a Mogami Gold.
With hopefully better results.
Yep.
No radio.
No radio.
At least not yet. I'll point out real quick, at least for my sake, for documentation, that the gain and volume are about the same, if not more, as what I had when I tested it and videotaped it at my house. And the ground noise is way better.
Yeah, and when you now with this cable, it operates as you expect. When you touch the metal, the buzz stops.
Yeah. Which
is, you know,
standard.
And play for a second to show how loud it actually like. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely pretty minimal. Like when it comes to signal to noise ratio.
Yeah. The
noise is pretty low. Now let's switch back to the other cable. I'm just really curious because we tried it again this way, and then switching back did nothing. Now there was no radio, so let's see if there's radio this way. See, now we don't have radio. But
no radio. Got a mind of its own.
and when you touch the metal, noise stops.
Yep.
I wonder if it could be the amp. I mean, every time we turn it on standby, off and back on again,
Yeah.
if it...
I don't know.
Here we-
Mysteries.
Yes,
Unsolved mysteries.
the mysteries of the deep.
Oh well.